what's up? Welcome to Day to Day Ray with me, your girl Ray Ray. Hey, hi, how you doing? How's it going? Ooh, I hope you are doing well. So I just wanted to vlog real quick. Today is my last day here at the school I've been at for 14 years. And I broke it to my kids in my small group that I work with every day. And the one girl was very, very upset. She was very sad. I don't think that my autistic friend really understood and my other student really understood, because he didn't really say anything unless he's like super upset and didn't want to say. But yeah, so I'm really sad that today is my last day. We're still in class. We're just working on some schoolwork. Today is actually a half a day. But I figured I'd come on and say hi to you guys and just kind of document this. Like, this is like, it's not that I don't even know if I'll ever come back. Like, I want to come back. I'm hoping that I can come back like next year or something, or like the beginning of the next school year. So it's only for like a couple months. But I'm really sad about the whole situation. Yes, I'm walking circles around the classroom. But yeah, so I can give you a little tour of my room and I can show you some of the stuff. So here is the front door. I'm in classroom 2 this year. This is the class closet, which all of my teacher stuff is in there. This is how she has her room decorated. She has a whole bunch of owls, and this is the new setup for when students return. We only have 6 students coming in. That's my computer all the way over there in my little setup, because I didn't want to be like touching anything, and then that'll be her desk. But as you see, they have like these plexiglass things, which I don't know, I feel like they're going to get broken pretty easily. It's all their stuff, their work. All this stuff you're not allowed to use, not allowed to touch. We do a thing in here called free seating on normal circumstances. So that's why there's a couch. There's like all kinds of like cool little chairs and stuff like that. And like these are for like the fidgety kids who can't really sit still. And we also have like these. The kids would normally sit here for small group. This is what the teacher has, which doesn't make any cotton picking sense to me, because even though this is here, you can still stand here. You know, it's like, why don't they have it like wrapped around the table? I don't understand. But yeah, so there's some of the bulletin boards. I made this bulletin board. It had stuff on it before, and then she has that stuff. And then, you know, just your basic. This is our interactive whiteboard, because there's actually no technology down here, so they had to get these. There's no Promethean boards. So we have this whole setup. But yeah, but I guess she doesn't really need it, because the kids are going to be on their devices at the desk, so she can still teach, and she's going to be sitting there teaching. So but yeah, so this is my classroom, or would have been my classroom. Well, it's my classroom for this week. I'm so sad. So this is the hallway. The main entrance is up there. The art room is right there. And then the classroom that I was actually in last year is up there, right around the corner. They have all the doors closed, and I don't know why, like all the fire doors. So I'm not really sure why, but the art room's in there. And then this is like the janitor's office, and then the gymnasium. If you go around, I don't know what they're doing over here. But yeah, but the gym around that corner, you can go in there to the gym. And then this used to be my son's preschool right here. This was my son's preschool, and his locker was actually right over here. So that was pretty cool. But this is my hallway for a while. So like I said, I'm really just sad and disheartened by the whole situation. Actually, I can take this off because I'm the only one in here. I'm really sad and disheartened about this whole situation. I've actually talked to numerous people. I've emailed numerous people. I've talked to Human Resources. I've talked to the Office of Temporary Services, which I'm not contracted through, but hired through. And I talked to the COVID leave office. And it's basically, you can't take a leave of absence. You just have to quit, basically. Like, they don't care that you don't have anybody to watch it. Oh, scared me. Hold on. Hey guys, good morning. So it is Saturday morning, and my video just kind of abruptly stopped because she was actually giving instructions for our groups, and I had to pull my groups. And then as I was packing up the rest of my stuff to leave, my AP came in to talk to me, and I mean, she told me that if I could return to the school anytime I wanted to, because she's like, you're part of the family. So I don't know, we'll see. I mean, it's not that I want to quit forever, but she was like, has anything changed? The COVID leave office for my school system sent me an email about why you can't take a leave because of lack of childcare. And the only type of leave that I could take is FMLA. So they were saying, because it's all the other options are not for my position or offered for my position. She said that I'm basically there, like it's an at-will position. And because we don't have union, we're not under contracts and stuff like that. So she was like, it's unfortunate, because only 3 aides came back, and now she has to try to hire. And I don't know if I said this in another stream or not, or in another video, but I had my son's IEP meeting, and me and his VP at his school are actually really close friends. Like, we're actually friends on Facebook and stuff like that. And she was telling me that all of her aides quit, and except for 2, and she's been trying to rehire, but nobody wants to actually physically come into the building and be with the kids. Because if you have a student that has an IEP and it says in his IEP that he has to have a one-on-one, then they have to get their services. And this is why it's just like, and I don't know, I feel like my school's being kind of shady, because my principal is actually friends. So our, oh gosh, I can't remember what it is. Our district or whatever, our district leader, he actually went to jail for like embezzlement and stuff like that. And then we had this one lady take over for him as like an acting whatever. And she is actually my principal's son's godmother. So the principal has high connections with like the whole board of education. Like, she's got connects, so she's like sitting high and mighty. And I'm not saying anything bad, and I'm not saying her name or anything. Like, she's always been kind to me and always been nice to me, but see, that's because I go in and I do my job, and I don't fight her with things, because that's just not my forte. Like, I have a job to do, I need to do my job, and then that's that. And I'm good at my job, and I always, for the most part, do what's asked. Like, extra stuff is asked of me, then I usually, as a rule, do it, because that's part of my job. And so I've never had a problem with my principal. However, I have a problem with the way that she treats other people, because when you get on her shit list, she makes it known that you are on her shit list. And I think she's been at our school now for like 3 years, maybe 4 years. And the thing is, the school that she came from is the whole entire school as a whole finally went up to the union and got her kicked out. But see, the teachers in my school are afraid to do that because it just seems like she's like, if like, not a super villain, but I feel like she's some sort of like anime character, because it's like the longer she's there, it seems like the more powerful she gets. Like, as crazy as that sounds, it's like, okay, you're there for so long and now all of a sudden, you know, but yeah, it's completely insane, and she is definitely on a power trip. She's even going against CDC guidelines, and I know one teacher actually called the union because, so apparently not everybody was supposed to return on February 22nd, but she made it to where everybody had to come back into the school. And like I said, it was made known to me that once the kids came back, which was actually Monday, the kids, so pre-K through second grade return on Monday, this coming Monday. So I was already told that I would be put and pulled in where I was needed because, like I said, a lot of the aides left. And I'm like, well, how am I supposed to do that and pull my groups and stuff? And she's like, well, because you're not actually assigned technically to the kids. She's like, you're assigned through the school, but not like on paper, which is actually crazy. But yeah, so she's like, we can, sorry about that. My husband's actually at the grocery store, and you know, guys, they can't go shopping. So anyway, but he was calling me, asking me about stuff. So, I forgot what I was saying, and I probably should go back to the other video, but I don't feel like it. But it's like, in a way, as sad as I am, it's probably a blessing in disguise, like my husband said, because he was like, you know, who's to say when the kids all come back that you're going to be happy? He's like, especially with the way things are now. He was like, with, you know, the whole cootie bug stuff and everything, and especially if they made it known that they were going to be pulling me, which I think what I was saying prior to that is that, like, it is stated that you can't be in the hallways, you can't be lollygagging around in the hallways, and you can't go into another classroom unless you're assigned to that room. So that has clearly been stated in like the BCPS like return policies and stuff like that to help stop the spread of the virus. And so I had also brought that up to my AP's attention, like, how are, like, not only are you exposing me to like, other than the set of kids that are in my class that are coming back, which is only 5 kids, but now you're not only exposing me to those kids and exposing those kids to me, now you're going to take me out of that room and put me in, let's say, kindergarten, or they're going to take me out of and put me in a first grade classroom. And it's like, how can you track if an outbreak happens? How are you going to be able to track that? Like, who was where and this or that and then the fourth. And she told me that there would be a sign-in sheet in the nurse's office, and before I went into another classroom, I would have my temperature checked, and I would have to sign the sheet with my name, what room I'm usually in, or what class I'm usually in, and then where I'm gonna go, and my time in and time out from that room, and that way they can track it. I'm like, but that doesn't mean anything, because let's say the kids come back. This is just a hypothetical situation. Let's say the kids come back. One of the kids come back, they're asymptomatic, okay? 2 weeks go by, I'm asymptomatic or whatever. And they pull me, and they need me to go to kindergarten, because usually they need a kindergarten helper, and I don't know if their kindergarten helper came back this year. So let's say they put me in kindergarten. So I'm asymptomatic, but I got full effect cootie bugs. I go in there, I expose the teacher, I expose all the kids, okay? Then I'm not in there. Then 2 days later, they pull me and they put me in a special education room. I still got cootie bugs. They put me in the special education room with the autistic kids. So now I'm exposing all them, the aides, the teachers, the teacher assistants, like all that. So now I'm exposing them. And then let's say the next day they need help in second grade. So I go into second grade and I'm in there, I'm asymptomatic. Now I exposed all those kids and now I exposed those teachers. And then, so let's say a week or so goes by and then all of a sudden you got kids with COVID who caught the virus. Let's say the teachers catch the virus. I mean, they might be able to trace it back to me because I'm the one who was moved. But if I'm like, I'm not sick, I haven't felt any certain kind of way. And how could they trace it back to me? And then let's say they pull me one day, but then they put another adult in there the next day. So, and I'm with my students. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can go back and look at the logs, but you're not going to be able to fully trace who has it and who doesn't. Like, the whole point is that I should be in my room. I'm only exposed there. So if there's an outbreak in our room, we can trace it to like 6, 7 people. The kids and the 2 teachers. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. But they don't see it that way. Like, they already made it clear that they were going to pull me and they would put me where it was best for the building. And I'm just like, and for us to try to get a vaccine, because we're like at the bottom of the totem pole through the school system, because like you can take your badge and whatever to the vaccination sites, but even trying to get an appointment, like I've been everywhere. I've been on CVS, I've been on Walgreens, I went to like some of the pop-up places. It's freaking crazy. And I can't camp out after they close to try to get one of those vaccines, because at the end of the day, they got to get rid of them. So I don't know. I can't. It's so frustrating. But like my husband said, he's like, I think it's a blessing in disguise. He's like, you like making videos. And he was like, he's like, you always talk about wanting to go live, because if you guys notice, I don't go live as much anymore unless I have like the house to myself, or I, like I'm home alone and it's nice and quiet and I can focus on you guys, or if I'm like baking something or whatever. But I was thinking about doing more live streams, like doing a lunchtime chat, or like, well, it would be lunchtime here, but maybe doing like a breakfast or early morning chat, like come chat with me, have coffee with me, something like that, because everybody will be at work. But this probably won't be until my roommate goes back to work, because she just had surgery and had a procedure. So she calls me to help her with a lot of stuff. But yeah, so I want to wrap this little vlog up. I wanted to do more of a tour of the school, but I couldn't, because like I said, my AP was in there at the end of the day talking to me. So, but I am still going to keep on the horn. My husband filed unemployment for me, and I am going to be on the horn and calling other places and still trying to fight for some type of leave, and just see what can happen. And I'm just gonna I don't even know where to begin or what to do, but I'm gonna figure it out. So I'm gonna fight for my job and fight for the other AAs that had to resign, because it's not fair. I don't know. All right, guys, on that note, I'm gonna wrap this video up. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed the little short tour of my school. It'll be in my memory forever. I love you guys so much. Thanks for having morning coffee with me. I need a refill. And yeah. All right, guys. I love you so much. And I will talk to you later. Bye.